Millions of people around the world are now working from home, and if you are one of them, odds are you are spending more time in your home office than ever before. So what can you do to make sure it stays clean and you and your family members stay healthy? Kevin Hamilton, the franchise owner of AdvantaClean of Orange Park, joins us this morning. Kevin, thank you for having us, and thank you for giving us this information. First of all, why is it so important to keep the home office properly sanitized? You might think, I'm distancing, I'm staying home, it's just my family. You still need to make sure that everything is wiped down, right?
Absolutely. The thing that a lot of people don't think about is when they go outside and they go and we're social distancing, but we're still going out. We're still interacting outside our homes. Sometimes our kids are going out, etc. And through contact and just being outside, we can bring some of these things back into the house. So it's real important to be thinking about that when we come back in to the space to know how to properly clean, like our phones, our keyboards, hotspots, basically areas that are frequently touched.
So what are some of the areas of the new home workspace that you think should specifically be sanitized regularly, and how often should you do it?
I mean, honestly, I don't think there's I don't think you can do it too many times, especially with the current situation. But obviously our desktops and places where we're frequently touching, our keyboards, again, a place where we're frequently touching, our phones, etc. Take into consideration, we go out and we have our phone with us, and we use that phone frequently outside after we've touched other areas. So the phone is one of those things that could probably clean 5 to 10 to even as many as 15 times a day with this simple disinfectant wipe down type solution. We always say, especially in these times, if you walked into stores, etc., you see some of the behaviors that are occurring where just people are buying everything off the shelves, and we can't find certain things that we are used to seeing, like disinfectant wipes and things of that nature. But simple as bleach is a very effective solution to that. Most of us have that for our clothes and things of that nature. When we're washing clothes, we can use these things. 5 tablespoons in a gallon creates a gallon of material that can be used to effectively wipe down any of these surfaces, wipe down our phones, and preferably we like to see those things have a dwell time. And what I mean by that is to go ahead and let that surface that we wipe down stay damp for a period of time. That effectively kills anything that may be left behind from when we wipe it off in the first place.
Yeah, that's great, because a lot of these items are right around the house. You do have to be careful there, especially if you have young children around your home. I do want to point out also, it's our shoes, it's our clothes, things like that. Do you recommend, changing your clothes, taking your shoes off after you go out, maybe to the grocery store?
Again, it's not a bad idea to have, you can have, a lot of us have mud rooms to where we can change our clothing when we come in and get those in the wash as quickly as possible. Sometimes that's not a viable alternative. And so anything that we can do to keep things off of our person, so to speak, from touching points and things like that. I mean, you see people wearing gloves, and that's fine as long as we remember that they're kind of a single-use item. We take those gloves off and we throw those things away after we do something outside. Like in the industry that I'm in, we use a lot of PPE or personal protective equipment, from masks to gloves to things like that. But most of these items are broken down quite frequently. So they're single use. We use them. If we come out of a space, we take them off. We get new ones before we go back into a space, etc. So it does make sense to be very cognizant of the fact of where you've been. And if you've been in an area where you've been around, more people than usual, whether it's a grocery shopping event or something of that nature, it does make good sense to wipe down. Obviously, hard surfaces are great for wipe down, and leaving wet to dry, etc. Right. And then clothing can be washed.
Kevin Hamilton, franchise owner of AdvantaClean of Orange Park. Thank you so much. Important stuff there. Sure. Have a great day and be safe. We'll be right back.